Yeah.
All right, so we're all just waiting on Louise here in a second, and Josh. But I guess let's do a very quick recap whilst we're waiting for them, because I really do have to run straight on 12:30 here. So Skag, what happened last time?
To make it very short, everything is now revolving towards the end of the war. So everyone is now getting help from the allies, and that is the twins of wolves. And we have a couple of pictures of them, a trio of females who has in the vicinity of where they are at the crossroad about 50 to 60 different wolves, each having a theme from respectively female. That was a hard one, tongue twister for you. The thing that had led up to this is that Bobby, Josh character, have had a father which have been a broken relationship. Now it's been showing that the father is basically a covenant, ? And that is one of those that is in war with the Hive, which is the players.
Yeah.
So I see now that Louise is loading in now. So she should be here any second now.
Loading in.
Loading
Louise.
Computer, rebooting.
Installing the Louise button. I haven't heard from Josh, so he may or may not live. We will see here.
Rip.
It's possible that he has passed. Exclamation point absent. But yeah, once I get Louise in, I figure we start, and if Josh turns up, excellent. If he's not, then it's his own fault.
He's gonna get ripped either way. I mean, he's dealing.
There we go. I'm gonna recap the cameras. We've got Louise.
Oh yes.
Let's see. All right. Beautiful. We also have a tour school. How's it going, tour school?
I'm muted. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing.
Excited to be here.
Me too, man. Me too. I'm scared though. How does it all end?
We're all gonna die.
Probably.
It's just certainty at this point.
I mean, I feel like I'm just still dead. Like I never came back. I'm just always dead.
It's a permanent state of death. All right. Looks like we've got everyone here aside from Josh, who knows? You know, Vladimir Putin.
Yeah. No character sheets and all that. Yes.
No character sheet. He's actually killed him.
So let's dig into it. The last kind of sentences that were being put forth was basically that they arrived, the wolves kind of gathered up around. They discussed very briefly about the war have actually come so far that it is immediate here right now. And the last word that they said, not questioning, just stated, is that you summoned us. And as a statement. And I watched the replay because I was the one who kind of left everything up being like an IP and whatever. So I had to rewatch it. I remember that Hoop said something back as an answer when they said, you summoned us. Do you remember what it was, Hoop?
Yes.
It was just a couple of days ago, man.
Ismay sent us to you. She said that we needed allies. Her servant, Matthew, told us to summon you and that maybe you would be able to assist us in stopping this war, bringing balance back. It seems as though Cain has tried to tip the balance, and I just want everything back the way it was.
And you see that the only of the twins that have talked the most is the one in white. She's standing in between them. She looks at you and gives the other sisters a little bit of a look, almost like emotion with the head, and then looked at you with this intensity, really like locking on. Do you know who we are?
Hopefully, allies. But I'm new to all this. Charlotte,
We all really are new to this. We kind of got thrown into this war that we didn't even know was happening. And by the time we found out, it was already snowballing down the hill, and many people, our elders, all got taken out.
We are the fate binders. We change the flow of everything.
there's 3 of them.
The thread that we weave is all or nothing. You summon us. How should the thread be?
Tightly wound.
Well, what does... I mean, what would be the difference of all or nothing in comparison to what's happening now?
Is it peace you want, really? Or just an ending?
Peace is good.
Peace. We want peace, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah, end of the war.
Peace means back where it was. I think the question is, that makes it possible for this to all happen to someone else again in the future. An ending means that no one has to do this again.
That depends what they're thinking of ending.
Yeah, it feels like the bad guys that get ended.
Does it matter?
I mean, we're the good guys, right?
If it ends me, so be it. If it means that no one else has to go through what we've just been through.
There has to be another way than that. There's always another way than that.
You know when Kane was asking us those questions and he was like, when fate comes calling? These guys are fate.
When you say that you are the weavers of fate, both the past and the future?
And anything that will interfere.
Right.
What started the war? How did this split begin between the Covenant and the Hive?
The war have always been. The war is a twisting, turning darkness that will always be. If you choose to end it here, it will come at another time, in another form.
Right. How about just stopping it for our lifetime?
So there's no way to completely stop it, to make
Then-
everything right.
Then balance. Even if it doesn't mean peace, restore balance.
This got so Star Wars.
Balance means a lot of blood will be shed.
Our blood?
Does peace involve that same amount of blood?
Why can't we just have a peaceful balance?
Probably more.
Doesn't sound like we're winning with either of these options.
Not really, no.
There's nothing else. Is there anything else?
Standing ground. Play fate yourself.
I'm not prepared to do that.
Roll the
We've
dice.
played with fate enough.
Yeah.
It's too easy to be selfish when we had to name our other members of our family with last time we played with fate.
Yeah, let's just come
I
down
don't
on
want
it.
to have to do that again.
Whatever happens, we need to make some kind of decision.
Balance. I think balance is the answer. A stalemate.
This isn't anything that can't forever be stopped, then
If it's
and
inexorable,
we're not prepared to deal with it now. Perhaps if finding the balance we can prepare for when it happens again down the road.
sounds like it's the tides.
Can you weave balance into the equation from here forward? Can you make it a part of the war that it is always balanced?
The war will always be. It's always a part
I
of
understand,
the weave.
but it seems as though Kane has tipped things in this most recent bout. Can you make it so that if someone tips one direction, that the other side gets to tip back?
Are you willing to be the bearer of power?
Not alone, maybe together. I think that that's something that will have to be passed on. We're not mortal like you. I wouldn't want to have it forever, but maybe the Covenant and the Hive can always be the keepers of the balance between this battle of good and evil.
So you want to be the bearer of power instead?
What would that entail? And I don't want any vague answer. What does that mean?
The possibility to enrich and divide the power you have immensely stronger.
At what cost?
Everything you have will be so much stronger.
Our humanity.
Powers.
That could be cool.
Can we carry this burden together, and will it have to be one of us alone?
You could, if you want to, have it amongst you.
Always divided. Checks and balances, if you will.
Like government.
Together.
Together we'll move stars, but apart, we can keep each other in check.
This time you will be able to move the very planet. Each.
And
This sounds
will
cool.
the other side have the same power as well to keep it balanced?
Not if you want them to.
What if we did want
I
them
say, if we are to do this, we do it together or not at all.
I think together, but also including the Covenant. 5 of theirs, 5 of ours.
to? 5 aside.
I can't say that I won't become corrupted by this type of power. Can any of you say the same?
Oh man, this
So,
is gonna be bad.
I have
for me.
someone at cross purposes. Keeps us honest. We've seen what my father's done with his town when he's had all the power. He was a good man once, I'm sure he was. Now imagine that on a cosmic scale. I can't say that I won't abuse it, that I won't think I'm doing right, but be doing the worst kind of wrong of all.
Then let's do that. 5 of us.
But
5
there's-
of them. It's
It's
like
bloodshed. Who? Who? How many?
Yeah.
It's a war.
In a war, blood will always flow.
Can we keep it to those involved, those who've made sacrifice, those who've gained power, that it sticks with them and doesn't overflow onto the rest, the innocent, the human, the still human, the normals.
The casualties are always on a battlefield.
Yes, but if you keep it to a battlefield, at least it's not in the cities, the towns and the houses and the children and the schools.
Then you have to choose your battlefield.
I agree. But as weavers of fate, let the balance be kept. The powers between the witches. But ineffective against the humans. Let it be silly. Everyone thinks that we're just a bunch of hippies with crystals while we're throwing around the powers of the universe at each other. It's just a bunch of silly hippies dancing in the desert and smoking weed, dropping mushrooms, the things we say.
Yeah, like we're
Keep them out
addicts
of
or
it.
something.
Let the battle be waged between those who can fight it. Everyone thinks it's a secret anyway.
Just like Gandalf said, keep it secret, keep it safe. He was clever, old guy.
He was a clever old guy.
I would say that this is your battlefield. Right here.
I say let's do it. I mean, it's not like we have much of a choice. It's either us, them, or everyone.
Charlotte, what do you think?
I think we should do it, but I don't fully agree with you, Hope, that it should be something that's only kept between those in the Hive and the Covenant. It can only affect. It's just asking for our extermination by those. We can't harm them, but they can harm us back. We're easy targets.
Gonna say, I saw an M4 bullet bounce off my chest. I wouldn't say we're easy targets, but I think everyone has to make their own choice in this. I've said what I think is right, but who knows? I mean, 3 months ago I was just a meathead in the gym.
Well, then let's just do it. Get it over with.
Yeah, that's
I mean, we've made one sacrifice already. What's one more?
agreed.
I'll follow you guys anywhere.
Me too.
Danny's always been our heart.
Together. Together.
Together.
Together. We were saying it now.
And as you kind of confirms it amongst yourself, you see how they almost walks towards you and just fades away like a small shimmer just dissolving. And you see that there is a field. The field is completely empty. The field is of small grass. Being on top is this dark kind of mist. It's almost like a fog, but it's dense. It's really dark. And when you're looking down, you see that when you make a move, you evaporate what's underneath. You see this small notes of a grass coming up from the mist, the dark mist, is a very slender, small, dark entity that has this kind of claw-like hands and reaching for your hoop. What do you hoop do?
I mean, is it Kane? I mean, is it that same where we feel the draining of power, or is it
not the fading part, but it's a really dark entity for sure.
I mean, I try to like grab it by the throat. I mean, sort of reach out and try to grab it by the throat and not necessarily, kill it right off, but see what this is. Seeing as we're in
you grab it by your throat. You sense that it stops, and it tries to almost with the claws hit your arm. You feel that you are so superior in your build, so it has nothing against you, but with the claws it tries to make an attack. Do you do anything to prevent it or end it? Or
I try to grab its wrist as it tries to claw out at me. So I've got it sort of by the throat, and then I'll have it grab its wrist before it can claw me.
Yeah. So you sense that your build is pushing the life essence out to the dark entity, and it kind of stops, and you're standing there, and you get this like, what's next? Is there something more?
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Yeah.
I sort of look at it. I mean, does it have a mouth, or is it just sort of this weird little demonic
dark
thing?
entity? So you look at it and you see how it kind of turns its head around and look at another figure coming up to your other side that is slowly reaching for you in its own pace, really fast, but for you in a slow-mo, gunning for you.
I duck underneath and like throw a shoulder into it, and try again, just kind of sort of shoulder check this other one that's coming at me.
Yeah. So that is your scene. Bobby, you all have gotten immense power from the Twins of Wolves. That is the easiest, fastest way to describe it. You see a forest. It's not the crossroad. It is another set of forest. You see yourself with your rifle, the rifle that you have picked up and kind of used before. Yeah, your M4 rifle. You see before you your father, being the evil covenant. He is sneaking on the road. You're being in the forest. He's sneaking in the road, and he is having this huge rifle, and rifle that is, by all means, the one that he's been using against you. What do you do?
I want to. Yeah, I'm going to try and shoot him. because
Okay.
I've had enough. You said we got power. Does that mean any of our stats have changed? Do I need to know?
Yeah, it is a lot more better than you have at the moment, but that doesn't really matter at this point. So
No,
you,
I mean, have our stats changed from the power
Yeah.
we've been given?
so you start shooting at him, and as soon as you're pressing your trigger, he turns around and he takes the bullets and he looks at it really surprised. And all of a sudden, he's standing really close to you, almost like he's shifted, teleported close, and he just falls. And as he falls, it is a shatter of small pieces of him, and it's just quiet. And you stand there wondering what is happening, and that is your scene. Charlotte, you are standing there watching that nothing has happened. There have been nothing that has changed. You hear that Graham is talking something in the background. It's almost like a swirl of speeches, and that is all about what is happening. And you sense this huge power of muscles grabbing you by the throat. And you look around as you're being lifted up, and you see that Hoop has this black mist coming out of his eyes as he look at you. And as you are kind of trying to get anything going, you slowly sense that you are fading away. And you hear this voice mumbling something, and you see that Graham is running towards trying to stop Hoop, and he is just shoulder tackling him, so he kind of flies towards the side and just lays there still. There's completely quietness, and Charlotte is fading away. And as Danny is becoming totally up in the motion, she sensed the hand on her shoulder saying that we are going to see the world together. And she is slowly going to fade slowly away.
No.
And as we are slowly coming back, we see that Bobby is standing with his rifle, shot the Graham in the back as he was running. He drops the rifle. You also see that Hoop is clenching over Charlotte's throat. And as he looks at you, you see the burning of darkness in his eyes. You pick up the M4 because you want to do something against it. And as you shoot him, nothing happens to him. It just stucks the bullet into him.
Can I use magic? Because I have magic spell prepped.
Yeah, you try to use your magic. What kind of magic?
I'm gonna use a bane. I want to use which one do I prepped? I have persistent damage prepped.
Yeah, so you use a huge damage thing with your energy. And what you see is that Hoop is just releasing Charlotte, and the last thing you see is him taking you by your head, and it is like a giant hand. And you see how he has grown to like a huge monster and just grabs you and kills you off. You see that there is a link that I showed in the sky.
Can you post it in Zoom for me, mate?
Yeah, I can show you in Zoom.
Beautiful.
So everybody goes to that link.
All right, let me cap this. Oh my god. All right, I join. All right, let me full screen this bad boy. I'm
So
scared.
is everybody in?
Yes.
Yep, just let me cap it. Full
Yeah.
stream, here we go. Yeah, I am all set.
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm kind of missing one person.
Let me time off my audio.
I'm here, but I'm stressed about it.
I mean,
Okay, so remember upping this sound a little bit. What you should hear is a piano. It shouldn't be overpowering because the sound thereafter will be.
Okay.
So you should hear the piano.
Shall I start playing it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, sing it together.
That morning. That morning, I left Oak Ridge. I needed a new start.
I followed. I followed.
We all did.
Nice.
Cool.
Awesome.
So that is it, guys.
That is awesome.
Sadly, we don't really have time to sit down and chat with you.
Yeah, I wish.
we're
Oh
just
my
going
God.
to traumatize you.
Yeah. Oh my
I
God.
think that is Will that needs to run like a
Yeah,
bat.
I have to run like a bat out of hell, unfortunately, and go do things. But oh my god, that was awesome. And I think we said at the end of the season, at the end of the last episode, what we thought of the Hive. But wow, that was sick ending.
Yeah.
6 seasons all the way through. I got time for just a quick word from Skagif, basically.
Yeah, so the ending was the thing that I had the plan. So I had a plan of Hoop kind of going apeshit. I didn't really have time to drag on and make it a really big scene. So I had to cut it down, and hopefully it went well in quotation and you got the feeling of it. I wanted to do more of the kind of intense scene, but this was much better to actually get a good kind of ending to it all. And as it kind of said in the end, witches never dies.
Indeed. That's awesome. I'm going to shout out Skagif's channel. Guys, if you haven't followed Skag, go ahead and do so. You're running some new campaigns in a moment, right?
Yeah, so we are gonna start up one new one, and after this, when I log off, I'm gonna start up on the channel. So if any of the cast want to join up and talk about the Hive, we can do so. I'm gonna sit down and talk a little bit about the Hive, how I did it and such.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Go
Cool.
over, we'll go
Yeah.
host Skagif so you guys can go and have a chat over there. I've got to run, and I'll be seeing you guys. Thank you for all the streams today, the donations, the bits, and for dealing with all the technical difficulties. I'm actually going to go and move my computer now from this house and take it back to mine in Sydney. So when you see me next on Sunday, we'll have the full studio lights, full studio green screen, and setup. Hopefully working then.
I
so I'm
don't
super
believe
excited.
you, man. It's gonna be the same background
It's gonna be,
on the
I'm gonna
green screen.
green screen this background in, I think. I'm taking a picture of it. But thank you guys. Today has been awesome. Stream's been great. Go follow these guys. We did our hooks and plugs last episode for the Hive, so I'm not gonna go around and do those, but very much appreciate all of you guys for turning up, all the players for finding the time to find this half an hour in midnight for all of us UK people. And I'll see you guys again on Sunday. Awesome week of streaming as per usual. And yeah, I'm gonna take my day off tomorrow. do some family bits, and see you on Sunday, 1 p.m., 4 p.m. until 7. So thank you guys. If you enjoyed the show, hit that follow button and join us. Go check out Open Legend, go check out the Skagav, and enjoy. But yeah, I do really have to run, so I'll see you guys soon. Good night, everybody. Farewell from the Hive. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.